Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Eric with SweetSpotDFS, and I'm here to cover the tournament and golf course information for the Masters. Now, if you're familiar with the channel, I usually include this in my DFS preview videos that I put out Monday nights, but because it's a unique week, I decided to create a standalone video for it. Now, if you're new to the channel, what does that mean? Well, when it comes to the tournament information, I go over how many golfers are in the field, if there are any unique cut rules for the event. We go over the strength of field, which is the old rating system. Like I kept the formula that created the strength of field the old way, so we'll go over that, and also any other noteworthy news you need to be aware of. Now, when it comes to the golf course, I actually have a sheet where I keep all the preferred shot shapes for each hole. If you want access to this, all I ask you to do is pause the video now and take a screenshot. That way you have this information for yourself. Now, I look at this from a competitive golfer standpoint. I also have listened to broadcasts. I've listened to golfers talk about the golf course. I take a look at the satellite imagery. I do hole-by-hole flyovers to look at the preferred shot shape. Now, it's a preferred shot shape. It's not a necessary shot shape. And basically what I look at when I look at something like this has everything to do with which golfers are going to have a better scoring opportunity having these preferred shot shapes. It's not an end-all be-all. So don't get that twisted. It's just a little extra. And the wonderful thing about you coming to this channel is I have a cheat sheet that provides those preferred shot shapes for each golfer. And I think 95% of this is 100% correct. If you didn't already know, I went to school to become a golf professional. Graduated with a golf business degree. Was going to go into the golf industry until I kind of got burnt out from the customer service aspect of it. But I kept on with the instruction part of it. I'm well aware of these guys' preferred shot shapes. And if it wasn't for me seeing them, I also get validated on the broadcast and by the golfers themselves when they talk about what type of shot they like to hit, what type of shot shape they like to hit. So again, like I said, 95% of this I think is correct. There are some things that might have been updated since the last update I made. But if you actually disagree with some of this, I just ask you in the comment section below, tell me whatever golfer you don't think has that preferred shot shape, and I'll update it. But also what you could do is, again, check the description of this video for this cheat sheet. Click that link, come here. You can make a copy of this, and you can modify it however you'd like once you make a copy. But like I said, I think 95% of this is absolutely correct. So I don't know if you need to make any updates, but again, let me know. Let me know if you disagree. So that's the wonderful thing about coming to this channel. I provide a cheat sheet that has these shot shapes included. Now, before we get into more of this video, just a reminder, I have a unique giveaway. I'll include that at the end of this video. So if you're interested in that, just watch all the way to the end, or maybe if you want to, skip towards the end, and I'll give you the giveaway instructions. I'm giving away $50 this week. So if you are interested in that, check it out. Coming back to the video though, let's go over the golf course information. When it comes to preferred shot shapes, I'm sure you've already heard this about Augusta National. A draw is preferred over a fade. And I have that as 7 shots on this golf course. Now I look at it like there's 32 possible golf shots you can hit at this golf course. I think each par 5 you can hit in 2. So you know, there aren't any added shots that go around those holes, I should say. And then there are 4 par 3s. So you obviously cut off the drives from there, and it's just approach shots. So usually it's about 36 that you'd look like how many shots you could hit. Well, I shouldn't say usually. There's usually 4 par 4s. So it's around 32 shots you can hit, unless there's a par 5 that's so long that you can't reach into. So out of 32 shots that you possibly can hit around Augusta National, without including putting, I think 7 of them you want to hit draws, 5 of them you want to hit fades, and then there are 20 that just don't matter. Now, you could also make the argument that these preferred shots aren't absolutely necessary, and I don't disagree, because if we look at every single year, we can see Scotty won this tournament last year. His preferred shot shape's a fade. Now, I've seen him hit shot like draws. He can certainly do that whenever he wants, but his preferred shot shape's a fade. And you can see the rest of the golfers here inside the top 10, it's a mixed bag. There are draws and fades for each of the golfers. In 2021, the same thing can be said. There are draws and fades. You know, I like to look at the optimal lineup. So there's the little golfers here with the black tick marks. You can see there's a few draws in here. Like there are 4 draws that I have for the optimal lineup in 2021. That is different than 2020. So in 2020, you have these 5 golfers here that were in the optimal lineup. The majority of them hit fades. Now we also have Cameron Champ down here that primarily hits a draw, or at that time he was hitting a draw. And I have also Dustin Johnson saying he can shape it both ways. Same goes with Sung J M. If you didn't already know that about Dustin Johnson, he came into the tour hitting a draw. So he can access that draw whenever he wants. It's just his preferred shot shape is a fade. And Sung J I saw hit both shot shapes. So really you can make the argument that you want an equal amount of fades and an equal amount of draws to put in your lineup. And again, you can access my cheat sheet that has all their preferred shot shapes and make your decisions based off that, like who you want in your lineups. Again, I don't think it's an end-all be-all. I think it's just a, you know, it's like a tiebreaker. So if we're looking at like 2023 with Scotty Scheffler, Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy being at the top of the salary leaderboard, if you're very indifferent with them, maybe you just go with Rory McIlroy because it's a draw, and maybe he's due. I mean, that's obviously a conversation happening this week, but that's how I would look at preferred shot shapes. I don't necessarily think it's an end-all be-all. Again, I'll continue to say that because I already know the criticisms that come with shot shapes and which golfers can do what. I know there are people out there that think that these golfers can hit whatever shot shape they want. Yeah, they can. So can I. Can I do it in control? No. Can these guys do it in control? Yeah, to some extent. But they'll always resort back to their preferred shot shape, and that's what makes it easy for them. So to me, it's like a scoring possibility. On the holes that I have where there's draws and fades, I think the golfers that hit those preferred shot shapes have better scoring possibilities than those that don't. That's my whole argument when it comes to shot shapes. They are important, but they're not an end-all be-all. And if I was to put importance on it, like on a scale of 1 to 100, if I'm adding a scoring model to it, I might just put 5 points towards shot shape. Maybe that will tip, you know, the scales to one golfer over another or what have you. But that's how I look at shot shapes. So let's not get it twisted. There have been renovations to this golf course, by the way. They lengthened hole 13, somewhere between 60 to 70 yards. They also lengthened hole 17. So now we're looking at a golf course that's over 7,500 yards, where it was like 74 and change. If you wanted to use this as a data point when it comes to doing your research, I think that's smart. If you wanted to do like par 72s that are 7,400 yards or greater, or even 7,500 yards and greater, I think that's a wonderful place to start. So you can obviously use as a data point. You can use shot shapes as a data point as well. Another data point you can use, this tournament or the golf course during this time of the year is completely bent grass. Now, typically in the summer months, this is a Bermuda golf course, but here at the Masters, completely bent grass greens. And as far as I know, everything else has just been reseeded as bent grass. If you wanted to double check this, go to the GSCAA, or the GC. Maybe it's the, Golf Course Superintendent. Yeah. So it's the GCSAA.org. Go to the tournament fact sheets. They're going to show you that it's Bermuda as well. Or not Bermuda, bent grass. Holy moly. It is bent grass as well. And again, I include this in the cheat sheet. So you actually have that information right here on the cheat sheet. So that's also available to you. Use that as a data point as well. Outside of that, that's all that I have for the golf course. Hopefully, if not, this is going to be like the 3rd or 4th reminder. Take a screenshot of what you see on the screen. Or pause the video, take a screenshot. That way you have the preferred shot shapes that I think are the preferred shot shapes. And then you can use that in selecting your golfers. Moving on from there, though, talking about the tournament. So we have a field of 88 golfers. The Valero Texas Open just ended. Corey Connors won. He was already qualified for the Masters. Now, if someone who was not qualified for the Masters had won the Valero Texas Open, they'd be included into the field. But that didn't happen. So we are at 88. Now, the cut for the Masters is the top 50 in ties. It used to include a within 10 shots as well. So sometimes that would be like 55 golfers, 60 golfers, but it is top 50 in ties. When there are 88 golfers, that means a max of 38 can get cut. I think your chances of getting all 66 golfers through the cut, pretty high. This is one of those tournaments that's really easy to get 66 through the cut. So really, in my opinion, this is where a tournament where looking at pass optimal lineups really matters. And I did create a video for that. Just check it out. I put it out yesterday. Whatever I went over the pass optimal and GPP winning lineups for the Masters dating back to 2015. So you have all this data that you can use to create your lineups. And I think hitting the optimal lineup this week, or we're getting really close to, is the only shot you have at winning $1 million if you do play the Millie Maker. So again, I think it's easy to get 66 through the cut. I don't think you need to get cute. So if we look at the bottom of this, I mean, we have a strength of field of 792, which is pretty high. You could cross out anyone really $6,200 and lower. I'm even including Kevin Kisner in this. 6,200 and lower, that's 15 golfers. Just cross them out. You don't need to get cute. Just don't do it. A lot of these golfers are way past their prime. Bernard Langer, 65. Larry Mize is 64. VJ, 60. Fred Couples, 63. Mike Weir, 52. Jose Maria Olazabal is 57. And Sandy Lyles, 65. These guys are not going to be in your optimal lineup. Don't play them to be cute. Just don't. And those are 7 golfers you can just easily write off and just say, nope, not playing them. And then we have some amateur golfers that are in here. I know like Sam Bennett has played well on some of these events. I want to say I've seen him in the US Open, or maybe, I'm not seeing any course history for any of these guys. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of playing rookies. Once every 10 years, a rookie finishes inside the top 10, and perhaps then they'll be in the optimal lineup. But I think you just stay away from the rookies, even if they're super good. Seriously, I think or the amateurs, I should say, just stay away. There's no point. So I think there's about 15 golfers you can just cross out. And then using whatever other means that you want, you can cross out some of these other golfers pretty easily. I'm going to use the bucket system to help me basically not look at some of these guys, or help me weed out these golfers. I mean, I'm saying all this because I think getting 66 through the cut is going to be smart, and you should not get cute. That's going to be my fair warning. Don't get cute this week. Play the best plays, even including high-owned golfers, because it's the Masters. There isn't anything that's like going to be out of the ordinary. There are some live golfers, by the way, that probably will play pretty decent. But you don't have to get cute. Like a lot of people are going to reference the Patrick Reed winning year where he was 6% owned and whatever. That's fine. But guess what? Let's actually take a look. I bet you the other 5 golfers, do I have the year he won? Probably not. I don't have the ownership. Never mind. I'm sorry. But yeah, high ownership. Like if we go to 2020, do I have that information? Okay, I do. Dustin was 34% owned. He won the tournament. You don't have to get super cute. 6% Sungjae though. So maybe you need to find that $7,000 to $8,000 guy that's going to be around 7%. This isn't an ownership leverage show. So let's continue on with the tournament. Again, 88 golfers. Cut is top 50 in ties. Strength of field is 792. I just updated this before going live, so I know that this has the updated OWGR rankings. We do have several live golf golfers here. So we have Dustin Johnson as one of them. I'm sure most of you guys know the names. So we have DJ. I'm trying to quickly go through the list here. Joaquin Neiman. See, I might miss a couple. Brooks Koepka is one. Bryson is in the field. He's another. Abe Answer. Patrick Reed right underneath Tiger Woods' price tag. Louis Oosthuizen, Mito Pereira. There's several live golfers here. The bucket system will still select these guys despite not being on the PGA Tour for over, almost over a year. And that's obviously why I love the bucket system. So if you want to see, more on the bucket system, check out the preview video that I'll be putting out Monday night. And we'll probably go over some of these golfers, and there might be some good choices to select. Now, when else it comes to the tournament information, one thing I need to note is Aaron Wise has withdrawn, which is really interesting. He cited mental health concerns. So unfortunate. Aaron Wise is I think a pretty likable golfer when it comes to DFS golf. But he is out of the tournament. So if you haven't updated that on your spreadsheets, I didn't even include it in my cheat sheet. So you're not going to see, he was $7,200. You're not going to see Aaron Wise on any of my spreadsheets. And that's just also to remove any confusion as to why he's on the sheet. But if there are any other withdrawals, I'll include that here on the cheat sheet. So you can always come back here and take a look. But that's not all I have for notable information. We covered everything that we needed to for this golf course and tournament information. So we're going to conclude the video on a giveaway reminder. So for this week, if we can get 40 new subscribers, you can see that all the way over there, we are at 510 out of 550. If we hit 550 subscribers by the end of this week, I'm giving away $50 during next week's preview video for the RBC Heritage. That'll go out Monday of the RBC Heritage week. And it all is dependent on if we can get 40 new subscribers. If you want an entry into this giveaway, in case we do hit that goal, be subscribed, comment down below. Now, if we don't, I'm still going to give away the $5 I typically do every single week. So it's not like you're going to go out empty-handed. And this is your way to get as many entries as you want. I again created a pass optimal lineup and GPP winning lineup video yesterday. Go comment on that one, comment on this one, and you have 2 free entries. You only get 1 free entry per video. So I'm going to post as many videos as I can this week. This obviously being my second one. So if we again can get 40 new subscribers, I'm giving away $50. I think it's pretty simple. So share it with your friends, share it with your family, get people to come into the channel, subscribe, especially if you like this information and you want to see more of it. I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. That is the unique giveaway that I'm doing for the Masters. Again, I'll run this next Monday night. So that's all that I have. I'm going to bid you guys adieu. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.